was with a season ticket holder friend of mine at the weekend, and he said, for him at the moment, it's like riding a crest of the wave, crest of a wave, watching Cheltenham. How can you keep that wave ticking on, I suppose?
Just by asking more of the same from the players. They've responded to everything that we've asked. They're playing with a confidence, a work rate that is getting them results, and the big thing now is just to keep ticking over, keep the confidence high, keep working hard on the training ground, and do nothing different to what we've been doing. And if we do that, we've got some really tough games coming up, but we know we're capable of getting results.
And not let the confidence tip to arrogance.
We haven't got the type of person to do that, to be fair. You want an edge to them, you want them brimming with confidence. I don't think the group of players that we've got would ever slip down that route. I don't think they're like that. And yeah, that's something that we have to guard against, I suppose, it creeping in off any of them. But I'm confident that won't happen. It's just hard work, realising what we do best, how we get results, how we get performances, and that's here. That's on the training ground on a daily basis, taking that into games, and just knowing our jobs and cracking on with it.
And you've probably got one or two players in the group who would pull the others into line if that was happening.
Yeah, I think so. We've got some good characters. I've got a really good group. I'm happy with them. And like I say, I don't see that happening.
It is loan deadline day today. Are you happy with what you have, or do you think you can try and do a
I'll be adding.
do a deal?
I'll be adding. Yeah, definitely. We've worked extremely hard. Tried to identify a couple of players, and hopefully by sometime today it'll be sorted. You know, we're trying to add. We've got one sorted. Just waiting for everything to go through, and we're just waiting on an answer from somebody else. We've worked tirelessly. We've thought meticulously. We thought really hard and long, and done our own work. And we're just trying to. Is it the right thing to do? Is it, you know, the right person? Is it the right players? Is it what we need? We've just got to cover every eventuality through to January the 3rd, something like that, after Port Vale away. And I think we've tried to address that. You know, if something crops up that, you know, then we have to deal with. But I think come the end of play at 5 o'clock today, I think we'll be happy with where we are with the number. But like I say, I can't say anything because none of them are done at the moment. Luke Garbett will be extending. That's agreed through to January the 3rd. We're seeing where we are with Jack, seeing what's happening there. That'll be sorted today. We'll know one way or the other, and then we'll decide whether we're going to do something about it one way or another after that. But I'm happy enough with that. That's in Birmingham's hands, and I am absolutely fine with that. That's no problem. And then, as I say, I'm trying to bring in a couple more to add to an already competitive squad. But I think it's the perfect time to be doing that.
In terms of adding, what about Gallagher and Bird that are currently out on loan? Are those loans?
Gallagher's is extended anyway. And then I spoke to Kidderminster yesterday, and Neil spoke to Kidderminster. They're pretty hopeful that they can keep David, and then that'll just happen. See what happens later today. Because
you did make the point last week that it was a delicate balance as to whether you added or not, because you didn't want to disrupt the boat that was going very smoothly. I
probably said that, and I do mean that. But I also knew I was probably going to bring somebody in. First of all, I needed to check with the chairman that the funds were available, and also get the players. You know, there's no point just taking anybody. And like I say, we've put some hours in. We've been to so many games over the last few weeks to make sure, and we do every week. We know that, but to make sure we bring the right one in, and we've thought long and hard about it. Do we need this? Do we need that? What type do we need? And if we get what we're anticipating getting, we'll be happy.
So thought about Oxford then. You'll know Chris Wilder very well from your sort of non-league battles. Yeah. And James Constable too, of course, he was a line leader for them. He was a line leader
for me at Kidderminster as well. He was fantastic. Oxford are quality for me. I'm really looking forward to going there. I always get well looked after there. The crowd are fantastic. They've got big vocal support. I'm really hopeful that we take a big contingent down with us and get behind us like I know they will. You know, it's an hour down the road. I think the boys really deserve that, and I'm pretty sure that the supporters are going to come out in numbers. Nice big pitch. Two teams who play good, attacking, strong football. Chris has done brilliant down there. He's really turned it around, and you know, they're a big club. Got some quality players, we know that, and plenty of them. And we've got a game on our hands, we know that. I said that 2 weeks ago when John mentioned our next away trip to Oxford. I got the utmost respect for them, and it's going to be one hell of a game.
And they're one of only two sides who haven't lost at home yet, so it shows how strong they are at the Castle.
I would take a point now, without a shadow of a doubt. I would not go to Oxford. I would just send the supporters there. They can go and have a look around and sing their hearts out, and I wouldn't go there, but I'd take a point now.
That's quite surprising, given the away form that you've shown and, the run you've been on.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think they're a good side, particularly at home, and it'll be a tough game.
Do they offer something different tactically to some other sides, in the sense that they play a three in the middle?
It'll be you know, whatever we decide to play, it'll be a good game. And you know, whether I mean that or not about going and taking a point, I don't know. It's a game we're all looking forward to. It's, you know, a decent crowd. We've got no fear. We're full of confidence. Confidence that's controlled. Confidence that's about working hard, about knowing the way our team functions, our team plays, and we're looking forward to it. And you know, I'll take a point if we're 2-0 down after 80 minutes. So you know.
So Constable, then, why was he a good line leader for you?
He was just a goal scorer and a goal machine for us. He did brilliant. We took him from Warsaw, and he was fantastic. And he runs through brick walls for managers. And he moved on to bigger and better things, and he's carried that on.
So, in a sense, to have the experience of Bennett and Eddie, ideal against a player like him.
Yeah. You know, whoever plays for us, they've got a game on. They've got a game on. Whoever plays for them has qualities. Chris will get them up for it. You know, as you said, their record at home's fantastic, and we've got a game on our hands. But that said, we believe in what we're doing at the moment, and long may that continue.
Well, you went very close to winning there last year, didn't you?
We did. Wes missed a penalty, if I remember rightly. Clarkey made a good save. Like I say, we often have good games against them. Two teams like to play, two strong players, committed players, and it'll be as near as we get to a local derby, if you like. So, you know, these are great games for us. I'm not gonna. I think they're a really good club, and I think Chris is a top bloke. I speak to him regularly, and I'm looking forward to pitting my wits against his on the day. You know, it's two decent teams, and you know, we've had mixed fortunes against them in the past. You know, when I've been the manager, but I always like going down there.
Do you remember a year when I think the first time Cheltenham went there, you were suspended and you lost 3-0? Do you remember that one?
I do, yes. Watched the DVD on the Monday, including 15 minutes of half time, watching the substitutes kick the ball about. Yeah, of course I do. I know it's got one side of the ground not complete yet, but I think there's always a good atmosphere there. There's a big pitch, nice surface, and our players will go there and put in a good shift. I know that, and if we do that and have a bit of luck, then anything can happen.
Yeah, you said you definitely got one coming in and possibly another. Can you tell us the position of the one that's definitely coming in? If it's
definitely outfield players. Now, one will be a midfield player and one will be a forward. And let's say it just adds to what we've got, and that's what we're trying to do here. You know, we wanted competition for places. We've put ourselves in a good position, and you know, these boys don't expect to come in and go straight into the first team, go straight into the first 11, but they'll add pressure to what we've already got, and for me that is one of the keys why we're doing okay.
At the fans forum last week, Paul Baker said that he much prefers longer term loans because obviously you can buy into the club. Do you agree with that, and is that what you're trying to do with these two?
Yeah, we'll see where we go. You know, both different situations with their clubs. If they come off, of course we do. You know, but sometimes a nice boost at the right time with good players, good young players, is as good as anything. So that's what we're trying to do. You know, we're trying to get just as many good players to the football club as we can, so every eventuality is covered. You know, we've got to make sure for the next 7 games what we've got come 5 o'clock today is more than capable of carrying on the run that we're on.
Yeah. How nice has it been to be in the position you're in at the moment in the league, and also not really knowing what position you want to strengthen because they're doing so well compared to sometimes you're desperately scrabbling around trying to get a player in a specific
that's
position.
testament to the boys that are in the current squad, you know. The boys who are not in the team at the moment, although we got beat the other day against Bristol City, on the training ground, day in, day out, they're putting pressure on the boys in the team for their place. You know, Keith Lowe came in at Tranmere and was excellent, and was consider himself unlucky that he didn't start last week, and that's what we need. And I don't expect them to be singing and dancing about not being in the team, but the professionalism that they're showing will stand the club in good stead for the rest of the season.
Yeah. Jack Butland's situation, is there a chance he might have to go back and then come back, or is there a chance he might be?
There's a chance he might go back, might not come back. There's a chance he might go back and come back. There's a chance he might. I don't know. He might stay, but that's a difficult one at the moment. It's in Chris's hands, and you know, we'll do whatever they say. You know, obviously.
Right. Cheers, Mark.
Thank you.